Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neal and Wally.
Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer, you right?
Who's the dog? What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his
Belt.
and put it on. Roll call.
A spidget.
Spidget.
A spidget.
A spidget.
You know I like some horns now.
Sounds something like on Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, the cantina thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
We don't serve the like to you and that.
You don't know?
Oh, Pat Benatar.
Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton.
It
Okay.
does sound like Pat Benatar though. Strut.
Right.
That's an old 80s tune. Sheena Easton. I don't know what year.
Wasn't she in the Temptations or something?
She was in something. What was she in? Sheena Easton before she went solo. But anyway,
Man.
good old 80s tune right there, Sheena Easton, Strut. And hey, welcome to the July 31st edition of Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, bro. I get a bell ring first thing.
Go ahead, man. 2
Yes, sir.
weeks. We have high school football. Locally around here, Pike Liberal Arts will take on the Highland Home Squadron on August the 12th. They're playing it down in Highland Home. It'll be the first football game in the Alabama High School Athletics Association for Pike Liberal Arts, man.
Oh, yeah, Neil. And then we will be off and running with high school
Sure enough.
football. Pike Lib will have the daunting task on the 12th. Highland Home returns some really good players.
They do.
You know, we've been keeping an eye on them. And
They do.
A lot of them's committed to some big universities.
Yes,
buddy.
and big offers.
Exactly.
And some big offers.
Highland Home returns those players. However, they did lose a good bit of meat up front. So
You
I'm
know,
gonna
we
tell
had somebody really in the know. Somebody that's really, really in the know.
Yeah.
Told us that even though Highland Home's got those incredible athletes, they lost a lot of size through graduation.
Yeah.
Up front on the defensive and offensive lines. So you're right.
You're right. And, you know,
Yeah.
you can have the best skill players in the world if you ain't got the
nobody-
hogs up front.
I give you a grand example. When we were in high school, me and Wally, we had, I'm not making this up now, the number 1 and the number 2 fastest guys in the state of Alabama. Kenny Jackson and Kenny Darby.
Yep.
Stephen Darby, not
Steve
Kenny
Darby.
Darby.
Yeah.
Kenny Jackson and Stephen Darby.
Yes.
Folks, we had them in the same backfield. You could toss it left or you could toss it right, and either the number 1 fastest runner in the state of Alabama was going to get the football, or the number 2 fastest runner in the state of Alabama was going to get the football. But guess what? We didn't know how to block for them.
No.
We didn't know no schematics. All right, we weren't coached really well. It didn't matter how fast they were.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway, yeah, but Wally's right. Highland Home's going to need those men up front. Maybe they replaced them with some newer guys that learn, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But 2 weeks, man, maybe high school, but 1 week. 2 weeks to high school football, but just 1 week, Wally. I got to go give away my firstborn daughter, Sydney.
Oh, no.
And it's less than a week now, and the wedding's coming Saturday, and it's hitting home. It's hitting home on old Dad here, and she'll be starting her own life, and it's tough, man. I'm telling you, that's all I think about nowadays, and I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. But Michelle and I are very blessed, Wally. She fell in love with an awesome,
See,
awesome
you're
guy.
gaining son-in-law.
Gaining a son-in-law, Will Kane, and we pray that they make a special life together, and that they love each other like Michelle and I love each other. And it's you're right. I'm gaining a son-in-law, but I got to go give her
I
away.
think of the movie Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
Yeah,
What's his name? Crap or
Crawley.
Yeah, Crawl.
Crawley,
Grandpa
Crap.
kept on called Crap.
Yeah, come here, crap. Anyway, yeah. But I'll get over that. I'll make it. But as for Pike Liberal Arts playing down at Highland Home, you're right, man. They got their work cut out for them, and Highland Home's going to be strong with all that speed and athleticism. But I'll say something that probably everybody thinks is not possible, Wally, but I personally think Pike Lib can beat them. I mean, now realize Highland Home should be and is favored, and rightfully so. I mean, it's the first game, Pike Lib, but Pike Lib thinks they can win. They're used to winning. They've won a lot of football games, and that's going to mean a lot when they go down there to Highland Home. It
Exactly.
really is.
Neil, you're right. They're going to play it.
They are. They're going to play it.
Thank goodness Troy Cable or C-Spire
Yep.
is going to be there
Yep.
live, and me, and I know you won't be able to be
Yep,
there,
yep.
but Jane Sparrow's going to help me. Well, we got a call already.
Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. Who's on the line?
Woo! What's happening, fellas?
Bulldog Johnny, man. What is happening with you down in Brundage?
Well, I ain't gonna get to watch all the show tonight, but I'm gonna call in a little early. I'm watching Ric Flair's last match. Dang on.
You mean Ric Flair is more important than Neal and Wally?
It's the last ever thing. But y'all going on for a good while.
All right. I'll give you a pass. How's the practices coming down there? I know it's real hot.
Doing good, doing real good. I know this week we're supposed to have afternoon practices this week because of the new teachers having to do that in-service thing, to get ready for next week's school starting back.
School.
We're
Yep.
going to be going 5 days a week this week.
Yep. Well, are you going to be able to come on? Are you going to be able to come on the show next Sunday for a little while and talk about the rivalry?
On the 14th, I'll be able to.
Make sure you jot down a lot of good notes and talking points now, because I know Wally's gonna grill you.
Yeah, hey, Bulldog, before you get rolling, Vegas already came out with that line, Charles Henderson, Pike County line.
They did. I wonder what it said.
Charles Henderson's a 22.5 point favorite.
Lordy mercy, 22 and a half. Got a hook on there?
A half hook.
Golly.
On the road.
Woo. Lordy mercy. Johnny, what do you think about that?
Well, it's going. Well, we should be underdogs going in the end of that game, even though we are playing at home, and because it's a first-year system and nobody knows exactly how it's going to play out.
Well, you're right. It probably. I mean, what is it?
But I want to
2A
say
versus
this. I
5A.
do want to say we did have a great turnout at our
3A.
lift-a-thon the other day that we had. We raised up a good bit of money for the football program.
I thought that was a great idea. I really did. I hate I couldn't come down there.
It was the first annual, so it's going to be a good thing every year. And we had us a guy down there that was a power lifter guy that was he has been in a power lifter in the state. And he was lifting 600 and something pounds down there. Wally would have loved to seen that.
Ooh, Wally might have tackled him.
I don't know if I'd
No, the supervisor might have wanted to try to do some of the things.
Supervisor? That supervisor didn't show up down there, did he?
No, he didn't. That's a good thing. We probably wouldn't have raised near as much money as we had if supervisor had been down there. He'd have probably tried to steal it all.
He can ruin an event now.
Yeah, he can. He can ruin it in a big way. But from what I've seen thus far, we have still got all of our guys out that was out during the spring, believe it or not, that's going on. And the coach told him the other day, he said, hey, I'm not going to deny y'all. If y'all want to play varsity and JV, you can play varsity and JV. That was for the JV players. So.
How about that? That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Well, hey, well, usually, when you start running those sprints, trying to get those players in football shape, you end up losing 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that just don't come back. So if y'all hadn't lost any, that's awesome.
But they bought into it down there pretty quick. And the motivational speeches that he gives to the boys, it really, I think, is really hitting home for some of them.
Does it make you want to put on some pads when he does that motivational speaking?
Yeah, it makes me like they say on TV, wants to live vicariously through them. I want to be like Bobby out there. I want to go out there and
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, visualize somebody and then go out there and knock the head off.
I got you. Oh man, look, appreciate you calling. We'll let you get back to Ric Flair, last match ever. But hey, you be ready. You have your talking points ready next Sunday now, because I'm probably gonna call in.
All right. right. I sure will have them next week. You sure it ain't the following week when you got to have the surgery at the 14th? Because I thought it was the 14th instead of next week.
No, that's right. You're exactly right. I don't have surgery this Wednesday. It's next Wednesday. You're right. You're right. We'll be ready.
It'll be on the 14th. And I also want to say congratulations to your family. I saw the thing on Facebook about the wedding thing that your oldest daughter's getting married. I want to say congratulations there.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, man. We appreciate that, and thank you for calling in, bud.
All right.
Have a good night. All right.
You too.
All right,
See you,
bud.
bud.
See.
Bulldog Johnny, always a special caller. We appreciate him calling in, and he'll have some Pike County Bulldog bullets wrote down. He'll be ready now when he gets here.
He didn't know what to say when I told him Vegas had that 22 and a hook.
He didn't. But yeah, you're right. But hey, I just want to say, I just want to say that my wife Michelle and the DYW board had the program last night, and Tate Gardner won, and she's Pike County's Distinguished Woman of the Year, and I know Carrie Lee and Scott Gardner are super proud, and this is a special program to win, and we here at Sports Chat, Wally and I want to congratulate Tate and on her accomplishment, and I guarantee you, Tate Gardner will represent Pike County very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
I know
well.
Michelle and them, they put a lot of effort and a lot of time in that program.
Yep.
So you wish that more of these girls would go through that process, man.
Really.
It's amazing.
It really
the
is.
stuff that that they go see. They see the community. They talk to leaders, and unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, just in the future, hey, if you got a daughter that's I think it's a senior coming
Needs to be involved.
needs to be involved.
Absolutely,
And,
man.
hey, I know this ain't show notes, but I want to congratulate our mayor, Jason Reeves. I heard he did an outstanding job
I did too.
at the summer commencement. So that's good that they got Jason to come in there.
I
and
thought
do
it was
that.
wonderful too, and I heard the same thing.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
But anyway, again, next week, we're probably starting this week. I want to tell everybody we're going to be putting all the social media, the schedules of all of the football. I know Dr. Billings sent me the one today with Crenshaw Christian.
Yeah, one slipped out today.
Yeah.
We got started.
Yeah, so.
We got started a little early.
Oh, we got started a little early.
Yeah, we did,
Okay,
we
there
did.
we go. There we go. Well, but anyway, keep an eye out on that, and I apologize for that.
Oh, no, yeah. Hey, Crenshaw Christians happens to be the first. So we posted Crenshaw Christian Cougars football schedule today, and I've compiled 30 schedules.
Wow.
And we're going to start releasing them this week, maybe a Wednesday or Thursday, and get them out there and get all the schedules posted so that everybody knows who, when, where, how, and why.
Yeah,
You know?
that's good. I appreciate
But
it.
yeah, the schools have been sporadically putting them out there over the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, they started in May,
In May.
and I started collecting them, one here, one there, and I've got about 30. So we'll get them all out. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. I know we discussed a little bit about the Highland Home Pike Liberal Arts
Yep.
opening game, but the week after we got Charles Henderson in
Pike County.
That's
Just what
going to
Bulldogs
be
talking
a
about.
big game.
It is.
I mean,
man.
it really is.
It is.
I guess the first thing is, what do you think about? I mean, really, what do you think about this? I mean, I'll say this: typically, Brundage has always played Charles Henderson tight.
Yeah.
I mean, they really have.
And a lot of buzz down there this year.
Oh yeah.
New coach. Some people made bona fide moves to the Brundage area to play for Coach Hertz, which is legal. And but I'm gonna tell you this, Wally. What is he say? Not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend, because tough luck on the Pike County Bulldogs because they decided to reload this year, hire a new coach, reinvest in the football program, and it just so happens that Charles Henderson's in line to have a really good year. You know, teams go like this, and this year Charles Henderson's on the rise, and they're a real good year. And like you said, they always play us close, but I think it will be a good game. Charles Henderson's just going to have too much firepower this year, and I know there's a lot of buzz about Pike County. and rightfully so. I mean, they're revamping, but they're catching Charles Henderson on an upscale this year, and I think Charles Henderson wins the game.
Yeah, the game's going to be in Brundage, so that will be a big boost for the Bulldogs in the city.
Brundage. Yeah.
And again, I think it's going to be a great game. But just like you were saying, Charles Henderson going up on the rise. We got a great area this year.
Yeah.
Charles Henderson is in a great area. Of course, my son Noah is coaching in Eufaula, and he ain't telling me nothing.
He won't tell you nothing.
I'm trying to ask stuff, and he
won't
me off. And
Yeah.
when your son says, "I don't know,"
he just said, "I don't know."
Yeah, I don't know. Like the other day, no joke, I said, "What about the line?" He goes, "I don't know. I don't know much about it."
Boy.
So that means tell me that Eufaula is going to be pretty good as well. Man.
Yeah, that Brundage Troy game's on the 19th, Wally.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
But hey, I also saw on social media that there's new food. Aldi.
Yeah,
grocery store.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind. Now I'm a Piggly Wiggly man.
I am. I go to Piggly Wiggly.
I do all my shopping at the Pig. But what is this Aldi thing? I mean,
I was wondering the same.
Okay.
Thing. I was wondering the same thing.
Tell the viewing audience what you found.
I googled it up and read up on Aldi, and because I saw where they're putting it over there behind Troy Bank and Trust, behind to the left of Lowe's over there, and I was like, that's not a very big. It's not going to be like. Like the size of Walmart or the size of Piggly Wiggly or the size of Publix. So I guess what about this? What are they doing? So here's their game plan. They only carry about 13,000 items, where a normal grocery store will carry 30,000 items. And their theory is we're only going to carry the 1,300 most popular items that somebody would need. For example, they might carry bananas, but not cantaloupe, because cantaloupes are a few and far between purchase. They don't sell bananas there. I don't know about
pineapple. Chuck will know about pineapple.
Chuck will know about that one, yeah. But anyway, they only sell the most highly popular items. And their stores are condensed and small because they don't need all them shelves.
Yeah.
They don't need the big old staff, and they don't pay the huge electricity bills, and they condense everything into a smaller store. That way, the 13,000 items that they're giving to the shoppers are a reduced rate. They're able to give it to you cheaper.
Okay, now I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I heard that
I'm going to Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, I'm a Piggly Wiggly. I heard you have to pay to use a cart.
A deposit. I saw that too.
You have to pay like $1 to use it.
You got it's a dime.
It's a dime.
Yeah.
Not $1.
Not $1. It's a dime. You got to pay a dime deposit.
Piggly Wiggly don't make you use it.
But then once you're finished and if you park your cart correctly, you get your dime back. So.
Well, hey, don't get me wrong. I love seeing Troy growing, and we are growing and stuff.
Yeah.
Just worries me that Troy may not need another.
I thought the same.
That's just me. And heck, you never know. They may want to sponsor a show in here.
They might.
I ain't bashing them. I'm just saying
I'm
not going to pay a dime for a shopping cart.
Right. Me either, man. But I'm staying with Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about the Jersey Mike stuff? I saw that.
Still not open. But they got to be close.
Are we trying to get them on board too?
I got to get over and meet the manager.
Jersey
but
Mike's,
they're not open yet. But they got to be close. They got to be trying to open before school starts, right?
Yeah, because school's right
around the corner. Jersey Mike says they want to get them doors open before school starts, and they, right there. But yeah.
Well, hey, I love some Jersey Mikes. I've had it a couple times, and real good. And speaking of real good, we're up against our first commercial break, and I tell you what, when we come back, we got our Facebook funnies. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We don't have a guest tonight. I was going to tell you about the guest I thought we were going to have, which was going to be huge, but didn't get him. But anyway, next week maybe. Stay tuned. Don't turn that dial. We'll be right back.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring off the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs. Up on the square. Globe Boutique.
2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate. He's out of there, baby. What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. Over here. What are you doing? The ball bounced in front of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately. Oh, man. Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store? My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file. Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're going to run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies. Cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. UPS store, all your printing needs. Man, did you see the size of that crowd, man?
Man, the Pompadour's that big down here, dude.
I don't know what it is, man. It must be these shirts.
Oh, yeah.
They like these shirts, man. Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn in Montgomery.
And heck yeah, man, they even go good. Even salt water they canned up.
Water fishing. Deep South Apparel in Montgomery. Call Pete Van Horn. Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town. Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Bill, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Hey, Wally. What in the world? You got all these fans in the window, man.
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins. It about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And
These fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration. No mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration.
Sammy Davis Jr. Rick James.
Rick James.
Close.
Please, please. Oh, come on.
What in the world?
Check him out with his coat.
James Brown.
Man, I could not believe that. You can't close.
Hey, folks, I'm a closet James Brown fan. I love James Brown.
Okay.
And the Godfather is so...
Well, if I'd listened to it long enough, I might could have got it, but it wouldn't come to me.
Hey, I will say this before we go to Facebook Funny.
Yeah.
You know, I did not know he had gone to prison.
James Brown.
He went to prison for like 2 years. All right. So they were
It's
making
the closet James Brown.
They were making the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd begged his agent when he came out of prison to be in the movie The Blues Brothers, and he was in it.
Okay.
Trivia. Yes.
Trivia. There you go.
What about Facebook Funnies? Any trivia?
Roll them, Nate. The ball went under the couch. It's okay. I got it.
Alex Southern.
Yeah. When you completely lie on your resume and still get the job. He could drown if he tries to. Oh my God. When you finally think you can trust someone enough to get close to them. Goldfish. Yeah, it's a goldfish. He done got that little puppy.
Good gracious.
That was Chuck. Now that was I want to recognize Coach Chuck Dunn for helping us out with the Facebook Funnies. See that if you want to send in a Facebook Funny, you can.
Man, I had so many comments of the being done dedication of all his music.
Yes,
I had a lot of folks.
Yes, did you
like that?
They like that.
They like that.
Yeah, Ben told me one thing. He said, "I'll get him back." That's what he said.
We were just.
I said, Ben, did you watch the show? He said, I got him. He said, I'll get him back.
My friend at work said, "Who's this Ben guy y'all hang out with?"
That was the one. Look.
I said,
But Ben, when I saw Ben this week, he had lunch with us. And I said, Ben, did you? He said, he said, I'll get him back. That's what he said. That's what he said.
my buddy Jim said, "Are y'all friends with that guy?"
Hey, we had some commitments this week, and we had some offers this week to some athletes, and we need to recognize those and cover those. And I'll start, Wally. And we'll start with Dale County High School's Christian Ross. Just a few weeks ago, Christian listed Troy as one of his top 5 destinations, and I was sure hoping he was, but he's now committed to Memphis. And I don't know, Wally, maybe he won't like it in Memphis. Maybe he want to be a little closer to home, and he transferred to Troy after a year or two. And I mean, y'all, really, I'm being selfish. Best of luck to Mr. Ross at Memphis. I hope he's Memphis' best player and ends up going pro. But I'm always going to be selfish wishing these stud players come to Troy, because that guy's the real deal.
What's Memphis's mascot?
Tigers.
Okay. I can't ever slip one by me. Isn't there college ostriches?
But I don't know.
Just one.
I tell you, somebody's better than me at that. It's Barry McKnight.
Barry McKnight.
He knows them all.
He knows them all. Okay.
He knows them all.
And yes, best luck, Mr. Ross. Closer to home, Charles Henderson's outstanding edge rusher Zion Grady visited Alabama last weekend and Tennessee this weekend. And Saturday while in Knoxville, Mr. Grady got an official offer from Tennessee.
Boom.
Man,
I got it.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Neal, I believe this is just one of the many of the SEC offers that he's going to get next couple of years. He is a beast on the defensive line, and I cannot wait till we do our live broadcast and watching him, man.
No doubt, and you're exactly right, man. The SEC offers are going to roll in. They're going to roll in.
Oh my goodness.
And that's just going to happen. The kid can play, and he's a specimen too. He's one of those when he walks through the door, you go, that kid looks good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, skipping over to Coffee County. Enterprise High School didn't have one, they had 2 of their defensive backs get SEC offers as well. Keon Dunlap and Eric Winters both got offers from Auburn over the weekend. They were up at Big Cat Weekend up at Auburn, and Dunlap being a junior and Winters being a sophomore, both of them got multiple years left at Enterprise High School. So the defensive backfield at Enterprise looks pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Looks pretty good.
Auburn, are they on probation or something?
No.
Okay. Just
Probation?
kidding. Yeah, I'd say.
No, it was
Auburn,
Big Cat Weekend over there.
Big Cat Weekend, okay.
Yeah, they also got a 4-star quarterback out of Miami this weekend.
Oh, did they?
Committed. Big Cat Weekend. Everybody's making fun of Big Cat Weekend, and they had like 5 different commitments come out.
Bag money.
There wasn't no bag money. Didn't need it, man. It's Big Cat Weekend.
Man,
That's where the big cats walk.
Hey, this is totally off script, but one of our sponsors, Jason Jones,
Yeah.
I talked to him this week, and my buddy Neal and Hibbett, he was supposed
Snapper.
to call, the long snapper
For Alabama.
Of Alabama. The NIL deal, and viewing audience, I don't know if you knew this, but thank goodness Jason Jones, he knows what's going on. They can now wear their uniform. They just have to cover up
The logo.
And Jason Jones had a picture of one of the football players, and I asked Nealon about it, and he said that, you can do that now. He said that they had a lot of a one-on-one, where University of Alabama sits down with these players and says, you can do this. And I said, well, why can't you, because I was joking with us, I said, why can't you say, hey, I snapped for Alabama and I watched Sports Chat with Neal and Wally?
Can't say the word Alabama.
He said, I can't say the word Alabama because I'm not, something about.
It's his name.
It's his name, not Alabama's.
Image. His name, his image, and his likeness, not Alabama's.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I thought viewing audience would like to see it.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Okay. All right. This is not football, but signing in our area, Goshen's Danny Cooper has signed to play baseball for LBW.
There you go.
He's a really good pitcher and logged a ton of innings down in Goshen over the years. So congrats to Mr. Cooper over at Goshen Eagles.
Absolutely, man. And getting it done right there, moving on right there. And I've also got a non-football commitment, as you were using baseball right there. This one being for Troy University softball, Wally. Geneva High School's McKaylee Boswell committed to play for Coach Newell at Troy this week, and there she is. And she'll be coming to Troy to play, and coming from Geneva High School, the Panthers down there at Geneva High School. So kind of staying local right there. I like that.
Good.
I like
and
that.
A lot of these area athletes moving on to the next level. Neal and you and I always want to recognize these local athletes that use athletics to further their education up to the next level. Then we try our best to keep it up with them throughout the college year. Keep up, I think we've done a good job. I've had a lot of people over the years say, hey, man, I like what you and Neal do. Showing love to these individuals and stuff. And speaking of showing some more love, we got to show some love to some more.
We did.
And we cut 2 new commercials, so I hope we see them on this go around. So stay tuned and watch these funny commercials.
Hey, what you got us out here in this field for? Neal, I finally bought a brand new boat. A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama? Yes, I got to get some insurance. Well, you're going to need to call the Grease Agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you going to get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call the Grease Agency for all your insurance needs.
Man, what in the world? You just dang T-boned me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget spinner?
Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here is playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-boned me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can
Please,
have it.
Mr. Wally. Thank
All she's
you.
worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy.
Hey man, what's that smell?
What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh, that's
Hook.
Hooks? Oh, I'm going to Hooks, brother.
Oh my God, hold on. Good Lord, what in the world?
Hooks, baby.
Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious.
Neal, call Jason Jones.
What is it?
Out of oxygen, man.
Out of oxygen? You got your snorkeling device right there. What do you mean you're out of oxygen?
Oh, all this is to show people where you are, man.
What's that? Why do you can breathe through that?
I need to call Jason.
Unbelievable. Jason, can you bring some oxygen from Joel's Medical Supply down to St. Andrews State Park at the Jetties? Wally needs some oxygen. Call Jason Jones for all your oxygen needs.
Moving on up to the big time.
What's going on, Monopoly man?
Oh man, Neal,
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Hey, what's going on today?
Mr. Neal, do you know this guy? He comes here every day for breakfast and lunch.
This guy over here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do know him.
Man, look at the size of this chicken right here, man.
Oh my God, Wally, how many days in a row have you eaten here?
Every day, brother.
Come out to the Pig Cafe Monday through Friday, breakfast and lunch. The biggest cat head biscuits for breakfast and the crispiest fried chicken for lunch. Come out to the Pig Cafe.
That's Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones?
Yeah.
No, Wally, it's not. Come on, man. Billy Ocean,
Billy Ocean.
Caribbean Queen.
Man, that's real old there.
Ooh, that's got to be 84, 85.
Probably.
Good one. Good one. Good
Good
one. Like that one. Like that one. If you'll notice, Wally and I like to stay around the 80s. We like that 80s music.
Hey, man, please was in the 60s.
Yeah, it's true.
I was about to say, I was wondering if Coach Hogan was going to call in. I know Coach Hogan liked James.
Coach Hogan said play the Eagles. He wants us to play the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey, not a signing and not a commitment, but I saw where Emmanuel Christian from down in Dothan has made application to join the Alabama Athletic Association, and they've been accepted. They've been accepted now. They've been playing. They haven't been playing AISA. They've been playing in the Panhandle Christian Conference for 25 years.
Wow.
And it just makes you wonder where are they going to fall. Where are they? 1A, 2A? Will they be in there with Pike Lib? What I mean. As we find this out, we'll make sure to pass that on to you. But Emmanuel Christian, one of the private schools down in the Dothan area, is just like Northside Methodist and Pike Lib. They're going to jump over to the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
Didn't they play like 8-man football or something at one time?
Maybe
that was pretty popular.
Maybe
some of the smaller private schools. The
maybe
8-man.
Yeah.
Stuff.
The article I was reading, it just notified me that they played in that Panhandle Christian Conference for 25 years. And it may have been, some of it may have been 8-man football.
I'll tell you a funny, real quick story. One of our good friends that's been deceased, John Hudson, told me one time that he went and called the 8-man game, and he said, Wally, that thing,
it's different, ain't it?
It's different. Yeah. It's different. But anyway, speaking of these regular classifications, I did want to mention that there were some few teams that moved up, a few down in our catchment area.
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah, team that went down was Eufaula. They went from 6A to 5A. Ashford 4A to 3A. Wicksburg 3A to 2A. Goshen 3A to 2A. Elba 2A to 1A. And Houston County 2A to 1A.
Yeah.
So that was a lot that's moved down. Some of those now, like Houston County, I think that's going to be a good move for them. I mean,
and I think Goshen's back where they need to be.
Exactly. Houston County, kind of like was Zion Chapel last year. They were just a tough area. And I love the Houston County because I remember as a kid, we lived in Webb, and Columbia was just down the road, and they were the Houston County Lions.
Yeah.
I think my older brother Carmen played 1 year with them.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a good move for them.
Well, on the flip side, Wally, there were some programs that went up in classifications, and those were the Slocum
Wildcats.
Red Tops.
Come
on, man. I give you one, and you go Wildcats. Anyway, Slocum goes from 3A to 4A. Sampson and Barber County both go from 1A to 2A. And how could Barber County go from 1A to 2A, and they didn't even field a football team?
They used to be like a 4A or 5A.
So I guess if Barber County fields a football team, they'll play 2A. They move up to 2A. And that's in the Alabama High School Athletic Association. In the AISA, Abbeville Christian moves from 1A to 2A. And of course, and not a move up or a move down, but a switch in classifications, as we already previously said, and everybody already knows. Pike Liberal Arts will compete in the Alabama High School Athletic Association for the first time this year. Since we're talking about everybody moving around, needed to be said right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and staying with football, but moving over to the college ranks a little bit, Wally. I saw earlier this week where the Sun Belt Conference released there it is right there. They released their polls for football. And let's look at that for a minute now. Let's take a minute and look at that. And in the East, they got App State ranked at the top, Coastal Carolina ranked second, then Georgia State, and then Marshall fourth. I'm okay with that, but I think Marshall may, there you go. I think Marshall may push for that East. I think Marshall's being overlooked a little bit right there. I think Marshall's a little stronger than Georgia State and Coastal, and I could be wrong, but I think they're a little better than fourth, Wally. But tell us about the West.
Well, on the West side, Neal, no shocker, Louisiana ranked at the top.
I'm with you, bro.
I mean, I know that they played in a big bowl.
I'm with you.
But however, they lost their coach to Florida Gators.
They did. So he went down to the Gators.
Let's look at that for a second.
Yeah.
Raging Cajuns, but they still may be the best in the West. Second is a shocker to me. They have a team that has struggled over the last 4 or 5 years, and they also have South Alabama ranked second. I do not understand that, and Troy being third.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a huge limb, and because of Troy's defense, they're going to be teetering first or second. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see South Alabama better than Troy myself.
I mean, I don't understand that. Watching South Alabama last year was pretty.
And South Alabama's got a big-time transfer quarterback, and I think that's where they're going with this. And maybe so. Maybe we're wrong. But,
I tell you, Arkansas State, I think that's a sleeper team as well. They got a great coach over there.
Yeah.
He coached with Saban.
Yeah, they got I forget his name,
The
but you're
old,
right. You're right.
Tennessee ball.
Butch
coach.
Jones.
Butch Jones.
Butch
Watch
Jones is
out,
there.
Arkansas.
Well, what
State.
about ULM with Terry Bowden? I mean, they got some good. The Sun
Yeah,
Belt's got
Sunbelt got some.
They really do. Now that's a good, folks. Look at that. That's a good-looking conference. That is a good-looking conference right there.
Oh,
a
yeah.
conference is on the move. A conference is strong, and a conference that's adding teams and not losing teams.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Troy for being in the Sun Belt. But I'm gonna tell you, Troy being third, Wally, they're coming off a struggling year.
Yeah, I
And,
understand that.
and being ranked third, maybe that's fair. You know, I mean, they got a new coach, and but if it would have been me, or now since Wally said it, if it had been me or Wally, Troy would have been ranked second. We'd have
Yeah.
been preseason second. Troy opens up with Ole Miss on my birthday, September the 3rd, up in Oxford. Wally, does Troy have a chance in Oxford?
I've said this 2 or 3 times already. Could this be an upset on Kiffin? I mean,
I don't know.
look what Ole Miss has got to contend with on
Yep.
down the stretch. Are they
Yeah,
just gonna
overlooking
blow Troy
Troy.
off, thinking, oh, they had a bad record last year?
Yep.
Dude, I'm telling you, don't
Yep.
count them out.
Remember ULM rolling up into Tuscaloosa Sabins first year?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
put it on.
Yep.
So I mean, you really don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: if Troy does lose, it's not going to be
56-3.
no. Put the boat in the house on, cause
Take the points.
oh yeah,
Speaking of Ole Miss, I saw a percentage chart that ESPN put out on social media. There it is, Wally. Look at that. And the first game, September 3rd, ESPN is giving Ole Miss a 88, might as well say 89% chance to beat Troy, which is better than Central Arkansas and Tulsa.
yeah.
I mean,
look at that.
so anyway, you know, ESPN really only gives us an 11% chance. I'm going with you, Wally. They're going to overlook us. I'd say Troy's got a 35% chance to upset Ole Miss.
I like that.
I like it too. But look at that. That's pretty neat little percentage
pretty
chart.
neat.
Hey, we're up against another break, but hey, stay with us. We're not through talking about college football. And if Troy's got a 35% chance to upset Ole Miss, I'll take that, won't you?
I take it in a heartbeat, man.
What do you think our chances were at LSU a couple years ago? 35%?
Oh, it's
Less?
probably less than that, easily.
Troy has went to Mississippi State and won. They've been to LSU and won. They've been to Nebraska and won. Kiffin better be ready.
Yeah.
He better not be overlooking old Sun Belt team that struggled last year. Hey, I know we got another commercial. When we're coming back, we'll talk some more football. We'll be right back.
What in the world, man? I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neal, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now. Let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner 465-0600 for all your yard needs.
Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neal, my air conditioner went out last night, and I tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neal, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling.
Hey, Neal, man, need some help, man. I watched Point Break last night with Patrick Swayze.
What happened? Here comes the lifeguard.
Same guys, yesterday you already wrecked my kayak and got an insurance.
Are you okay?
Man, I think I
Pulled your leg
pulled
muscle?
my leg muscle. Man.
You're going to have to go to Health Action to get that worked out with physical therapy. Give them a call, 670-5435. Health Action's in front of Hook's Barbecue. Man, I hope you're okay.
I hope so.
Wally, what are you doing in the cornfield,
Get
man?
some corn, dude.
Corn? Yeah. You can't get people's corn. That's against the law. Why don't you go to Piggly Wiggly on 231 or Peanut where it's fresh produce? Come on, man.
Now, isn't this better? Air conditioning. Look at all this produce, man. Here we are at Piggly Wiggly on 231. Also, Best Butcher in Pike County, Reader's Choice 2020.
You know this guy? Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world? Nice Bronco. Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford? Because I want a Bronco, brother. Are you gonna buy it? Yeah, I think so. Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing? Kicking the tire. You know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one. You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I got a big party coming on tonight. Man, I got girls coming everywhere. Hey,
what are you doing up here at Southern Grill and Patio, man, with all your girls?
Getting a big green egg, man. Only place in Florida that's got them.
You having a big party, I heard you say?
Yeah, got girls coming and everything.
Well, you need to get all this deck furniture. They got the big green eggs, the medium green eggs, the little green eggs, everything for a big party on a deck. They got the wood thing. Hey, you got pellet grills, gas grills, anything you need. Southern Grill and Patio on North 3 Notch in Troy, Alabama. It's James Brown week. That's what you.
Oh, I just broke James Brown.
Last week it was Duran week. This week James Brown. Who you dedicating? Last week Ben was Duran. Who you dedicating to James Brown?
Like this part. Hold on.
Who you dedicating all the James Brown to? Last week it was Ben Dunn and Duran.
We're gonna stay with James. Let's say
James Sparrow. There you go, James.
I love Mr. Name James Brown though, but hey, I hear that song and I think of Saturday Night Live. Eddie Murphy dressed up as James Brown, celebrity hot tub.
Was there anything better than that stuff? I mean, they can try all they want these days to be funny, but that will never be top. Those Eddie Murphy SNLs.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
They were great, man. Okay.
And Chevy Chase and all those guys. I mean, that was just the greatest. You know, people watch SNL these days, but they can't top it.
Oh, heck, it's all political stuff.
Yeah.
All woke political.
Yeah.
Look at this. Celebrity hot tub.
There he is.
Who got Margaret Thatcher from England? They got a picture of
I mean, really, seriously, y'all. That was as good as it got for SNL. Right there. I mean, that's just,
Celebrity hot tub.
Classic.
Golly.
Hey, both Auburn and Alabama start fall camp on August the 5th, which is my anniversary, by the way. I don't need to forget that.
Probably not, man.
And on August the 11th will be Fan Day for the Auburn Tigers over on the Plains, and Fan Day for Alabama will be Sunday, August the 7th in Tuscaloosa. So they just recently released that August 7th deal. So if you want to hit the Fan Day, for Auburn it'll be the 11th, and for Alabama it'll be the 7th.
Let me ask something real quick.
All right.
If that's your anniversary, Sydney's getting married on the same day, though.
She's getting married on the 6th. Sydney gets married on the 6th. We get married on the 5th.
Why'd y'all get married on a Friday? Oh, my bad.
It just
Let's go.
it falls on a Folks, this is what I have to deal with.
Alabama opens up. I did that for my mom, man, because my mama's birthday either falls on Labor Day or something. I'm like, why'd you have a birthday on Labor Day? And it was just
happens to fall that way.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Mom, that's your joke for tonight. Okay, anyway, Alabama opens up with Utah State on September 3rd in Tuscaloosa at 6:30, and Auburn opens up with Mercer Junior High in Auburn. Mercer in Auburn at 6 p.m. And we'll be off and running with college football.
Yeah, Auburn better be ready for the Mercer Junior High.
They won't even have a line on that game, bro.
Probably not, but I thought the same thing when the Campbell Camels came to Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Campbell Camels. There was no line on that. Troy was probably a 30-point favorite and lost to the Campbell Camels.
I remember that. That was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
It was Chip Lindsey's crew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Campbell Camels.
Never heard of.
No, anyway. But anyway, Auburn's first test, it won't be until September the 17th when Penn State comes calling. So, hey, Auburn, Alabama, hey, this is happening, folks. We are winding through the summer.
Yep.
Just lickety-split.
August 1st tomorrow. Wow.
Golly. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
August 1st. And once we get through these dog days of August, man, and my birthday's on September 3rd, and it's always a little cool weekend right after my birthday, where it'll drop into the 60s.
I don't know, dude. It was so hot today. Unbelievable.
I know.
But hey, real quick before I move on from football to baseball, I am really picking Auburn to upset Penn State.
Think so.
at the Beaver Hole, whatever you call it. Is that-
No, they're playing in Auburn.
oh, I thought they were playing up in.
They played in Happy Valley last year.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. The Beaver Hole.
That's what Eddie calls it.
Eddie calls it the Beaver Hole.
I think it is the Beaver.
Dr. Billings, have you ever called Penn State Stadium the Beaver
Isn't that
Hole?
the Beaver Hole? What's it
No, I
called?
don't know. No, I don't think. I've never heard anybody say it's the Beaver Hole.
I think it's the. I bet Chip Wallace would know.
Y'all
I
help.
think it's the,
Chip, please help
I
me
think
out.
it's the Beaver Hole.
Maybe it could be, and I just never heard it. I don't know.
Aren't they the Penn State Beavers?
Nittany Lions.
Oh, the Lion Hole.
The
There you go. Okay.
The Lions Den.
The Lions Den. I think it's the Beaver Hole.
The Beaver Hole is what you came out with.
I can't.
Talking about the Penn State Nittany Lions. This is what I deal with, folks. Every day. This is what
Where
I
did I come up with the Beavers? What?
Oregon State.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it's easily confused. Oregon State and Penn State. I mean, I know. Yeah, one's orange and black, and one's white. And I see.
We
I
kind
see
of
the
throw a little comedy in this,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was just way off in left field right there, bud.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of left field, Neal, the trade deadlines are looming in Major League Baseball. Do you see any major moves coming with any of the teams?
You know, the trade deadline is coming, Wally. It's 6 p.m. on August the 2nd. And I mean, when they say 6 p.m., if you wait till past 6 p.m., you have to make alternate moves to start trading players because the trade deadline's over at 6 p.m. on August the 2nd. And man, I just don't know, Wally. It's hard to. It's a good question. I think all the teams that are either in first or second place in their division will be buyers, and the others will be sellers. There's always this one team that shocks everybody with a big move, and that's what makes the trade deadline so interesting is to see.
Yeah, see.
Whoa! Didn't see that coming. They're trading 17 minor leaguers for this guy and $1 million cash and this and that. There's always one. There's always something crazy with baseball right at the trade deadline. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Poor Cubs traded their bat boy for some cash. That's how bad Cubs are. Have you seen anything? I've been trying to keep up.
Oh,
with
man.
them. They just can't get anything, man. But
The Cubs won't be making any moves, Wally.
okay, well, let me tell you this. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Is the Braves going to pick up that Mr. Babe Ruth guy that y'all keep on talking about?
Well, Ohtani.
Yeah.
Ohtani. You know, there's rumors. There's rumors, and I've seen on Twitter where there's rumors. But I'm going to throw this out there, Wally. The Braves got to have a closer. Kenley Jensen, I just don't get the – my warm fuzzies for Kenley Jensen is over. He's holding his back hurts. He took a couple of weeks off for mental illness. You know, he was depressed or whatever. The warm fuzzies are over for Neal with Kenley Jensen. The Braves need to go get a closer. Mark my word, they're going to get a closer right there. And when we come back from this last break, we'll talk some Cubs and a little more Aaron Judge maybe and the Yankees, and we'll be right back. Watch these last few commercials, then we'll wrap up the show.
Breaker 19, breaker 19. I got cleared for a takeoff in Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal! Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Wally, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look,
Oh, my
you got a
goodness.
CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving.
Here I come,
Get out of
baby.
here. Good gravy. Wally, what are you doing at Roadmart on 231 in Troy, man? What are you doing with that tire? Oh, Neil, I'm going to put some 25s on this bad boy. Oh, Lord, 25s? Yeah. They even make 25? Hey, they can do specialty rims at Roadmart here in Troy, Alabama. They also do brake work and change your oil, anything under the hood here at Roadmart on 231. And they can even get Wally some 25s for his rim. 566-3413, Roadmart on 231. Wally, what are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital? Pet Resort. I'm about to circumcise this dog. Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with a spade and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort. It's so good to be back at Preston. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing?
Kelly Tater.
What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of a nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston's. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours.
Oh, where Preston's are?
Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater. Man, hey, what are you not coming in to get some Crow's chicken and brundage?
I need some nugget sauce, man.
I'd like a nugget dinner with extra sauce and roll. Don't worry about him. He's all the time over the door.
Lord bless it. Nugget dinner.
We're going to eat it here. Crow's and brundage.
Frozen brundage.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
They don't even open till 4.
Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Lenny Traver play, and I'm gonna get me one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for.
Best steak in the state. Also, best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're gonna love that.
I know.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Traver, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
Probably the best song ever by Men at Work. Love it. Colin Hayes is incredible.
Men at Work. Come on, Wally. Look, Nate's even giving you the skunk eye. The Police, man. You're right. Could be one of the best songs ever. Up there with Boys of Summer with Don Henley. Come on, man.
Hey, Sting.
Come on.
Sting is probably the best songwriter of all time.
He is,
He's
man.
incredible.
He is, man.
Okay, well, we don't have much time. Cubs, man, help me out, please. Hell, will the Cubs get anybody?
They're going to be selling again, Wally.
The Bat Boy?
Yeah.
and the Coke
Well, they got
machine?
Ian Happ and Jason Resignation. They could move Ian Happ and Jason Hayward. From everything I read, Wally, your Cubbies, they're trying to build from within. The minor league teams, you're still 3 years away from having a good record in the Cubbies. And
I think it's like at the bottom of the scroll there. We're 102 years away, you know. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess the other big story, Aaron Judd with
Ooh.
the Yankees, man, he has hit 42 dingers. I think they're the team to beat in the American League, buddy.
I do too, man. The year that Judge is having it's just special, Wally. It's special. They're comparing him to Barry Bonds and what Barry Bonds was doing, and just think if Juan Carlos Stanton heats up, starts hitting home runs like crazy, like he used to do for the Marlins. He's done it before. Carlos Stanton has done it before. He can do it again anytime. And if he does that, and you got him bombing bombs and Judge hitting them, the Yankees probably go get a first baseman right before the deadline, I think. And Joey Gallo is just having an awful, look at that, .0873 home runs. That's their first baseman.
So he can get on base. That movie's money.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo's not even getting on base.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, that's the move that the Yankees are going. They might go after some middle pitching, and they're going to get a first baseman.
Yeah, first base.
Yeah.
Man, it's not going to be long before they be in the wild.
I know.
Wildcat. Wildcat. Let's see, the Beaver Hole, Wildcat. If you don't, if it's sports chat with Neal and somebody else, you'll know the reason.
That's right, man.
Know the reason. Well, hey, real quick before we leave, Julio Jones, man, at Tampa.
1 year deal, Wally. 1 year deal. He wants to play with Tom Brady.
Wow.
Julio Jones, man. He was with the Tennessee Titans last year after leaving Atlanta. Did not put up big numbers with Tennessee last year, but whoa, wait a minute. Don't let that fool you, folks. He was hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt. And when he did play, he played hurt. So don't let the bad year at Tennessee last year fool you.
What do you think he could make for just 1 year? I mean,
several millions.
Is he still? He's
33 years old. He's 33.
I was about to say, you think he's still $1 million man?
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Just for knowledge alone and him teaching the young receivers, coaching them at practice. He's 33, man.
I always heard he was the best blocker in NFL as a
Yeah, that too. But if there's anything left in the tank, Tom Brady would get it out of him, brother.
You think so?
Yes, sir. Did you see where the former Masters champion and current British Open champion Cam Smith is looking at switching over to the LIV tour? And Bubba Watson jumped ship. Bubba Watson,
Bubba
folks.
jump ship.
Niceville, Florida. Bubba Watson jump ship. He's going to the LIV tour. We got to keep an eye on this. If Barkley goes, Charles Barkley.
Barkley will be great doing it.
I think he may do some announcing. We appreciate you being with us this week. Thank you for tuning in. It was a fun show. We'll see you next week. Keep it cool, folks.
See ya.